Imagine waking up one day, looking in the mirror, and suddenly realizing you've spent the last, 35 years wasting time on the absolute wrong things. Decades, just gone. Trying to figure out what actually matters in life? Well, today we're bypassing all that trial and error. We've distilled the absolute most powerful insights from the Unfuck Everything channel to fast track 35 years of life changing lessons right into your brain. Let's dive in.
So I want you to honestly ask yourself right now, what would you do if you didn't have to wait 35 years to figure out the secret to a successful, fulfilling life? Think about the immense, immediate value of that kind of head start. I mean, some people literally never figure these things out. They just spend their entire lives complaining about, traffic, bad luck, the whole shebang. But whether you're feeling stuck, a bit lost, or just looking for a new direction, these lessons we're unpacking today are designed to fundamentally change how you see everything around you.
To make this incredibly efficient, we've organized these insights into a masterclass on personal evolution, basically working from the inside out. We're going to cover mastering your inner game, building unbreakable daily habits, redefining how you fail, optimizing your external environment, and finally, the time is now.
All right, phase one. Any real lasting change absolutely has to start from the inside out. So let's look at mastering your inner game, mindset, and responsibility.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but waiting to be saved is a total trap. The creator behind our source admitted they spent years thinking success was about, well, waiting for a mentor, a lucky break, or maybe just a friend to come along and change their life. We've all kind of been there, right? Thinking that if we just met the right person, everything would magically click. But here's the intimidating yet incredibly empowering reality. No one is coming to save you. You, and you alone, are responsible for your own success. Literally, no one is going to work harder for your dreams than you are. The moment you shift from passively waiting to taking full, unfiltered ownership of your circumstances, that's when everything changes.
And that brings us to a really crucial point about accountability. The world reflects what you believe about yourself. For years, people just assume success is about raw talent or being in the right place at the right time. But your mindset, it's actually the lens through which your reality is built. If you genuinely believe you're stuck, guess what? You stay stuck. If you constantly tell yourself you aren't good enough, your brain will actively look for proof of that everywhere you go. It's just basic confirmation bias. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you start rewiring your brain to believe in your potential and actively focus on growth, you suddenly start seeing incredible opportunities where everyone else just sees dead ends.
So, with your inner game locked in, we've got to talk about execution. Phase two, building unbreakable daily habits, execution and consistency, because this is where the unglamorous, nitty-gritty work actually happens.
Now, there's a massive trap we all fall into at some point, and that is chasing motivation instead of building discipline. Motivation is completely unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind. You might watch a highly inspiring explainer, maybe even this one, and feel absolutely ready to conquer the world at 11 o'clock at night. But what happens tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off at 5 a.m.? Discipline means doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work on your goals even when your bed feels way too comfortable. It's having the backbone to say no to distractions when they seem a lot more fun than whatever you're supposed to be doing.
The author James Clear hit the nail on the head. He said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Your daily choices are what truly determine your future. Are you doom scrolling on social media for 2 hours? Or are you dedicating that exact same block of time to learning something new? Are you grabbing junk food every single day because it's fast? Or are you actively taking care of your health? The little things you do every single day, they compound. If you want a vastly better life, you don't just set a higher, loftier goal. You have to get down into the dirt and build better habits. And the math behind this compounding effect? It's staggering. 37 times. As human beings, we tend to wildly overestimate what we can achieve in a single week, but we dramatically underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. If you focus on improving just 1% every single day, the compounding effect makes you a massive 37 times better by the end of a single year. Real success isn't about these huge, exhausting overnight leaps that just leave you completely burnt out by Wednesday. No, it's about small, consistent actions. Read 10 pages of a book daily, and suddenly you've finished dozens of books in a year without ever feeling rushed. Work out for just 10 minutes a day. You don't have to become an Olympic lifter overnight, right? And you'll see a massive difference in your energy and health over time. It's not about doing everything all at once to absolute perfection. The absolute key here is consistency. Little actions that compound over time are literally the secret cheat code to a successful life. But on this journey of compounding habits, you're inevitably going to hit some roadblocks, which brings us to phase 3, redefining how you fail, gaining perspective.
We really need to completely redefine this concept. Failure is just feedback. It's a clear sign that you're trying, learning, and growing. For years, the creator of our source paralyzed themselves because they feared failure. They avoided taking any risks just to avoid looking foolish or making a mistake. But listen, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a fundamental part of the process. Every successful person you've ever admired has failed, usually way more times than you've even tried. The only difference is they didn't let that failure be the final chapter. They adjusted, took the feedback, and kept going. If you're afraid of failing, you are inherently afraid of growing. You have to let failure become your greatest teacher.
Okay, so once your internal processes and your reactions to failure are dialed in, you have to audit your surroundings. Phase 4, optimizing your external environment, people, health, and money. Because these elements will either heavily propel you forward or drastically pull you down. You need to do a brutal environmental audit, starting right now. Let's look at your circle first. You inevitably become a reflection of the people you spend the most time with. Are your peers draining your energy with constant negativity? Or are they ambitious people who inspire and challenge you to step up? Next is health. Working hard is great, for sure, but if you neglect your body to the point of burnout, none of it matters. Your physical and mental health is the absolute bedrock of your performance. Eat well, exercise, protect your sleep. And finally, money. So many people treat making a giant pile of money as the ultimate final goal, but it's really just a tool. It's an instrument to buy back your time, secure your freedom, and create experiences. Don't chase money just for the sake of the scoreboard. Chase a meaningful life, provide real value, and the money will follow as a byproduct.
But look, all of this incredible knowledge is completely useless without a timeline, which brings us to our fifth and final core concept. The time is now. Urgency and action.
Take messy action. The perfect moment does not exist. It's amazing how many years people waste trapped in analysis paralysis, waiting for the mythical right time to start a business, learn a new skill, or finally get in shape. You tell yourself, oh, I'll start when things slow down at work, or I'll start when I have more money. The truth is, the stars are never going to perfectly align. Stop waiting. Embrace taking action right now, immediately, even if it feels incredibly messy and unpolished. You will learn and adapt along the way. The friction of actually doing the thing is where the real education happens. Because the ultimate takeaway from these 35 years of lessons is simple. Nothing changes unless you take action. All of this insight, all of this strategy, it means absolutely nothing if you just close this explainer and go right back to your old routine. Small steps lead to massive results. The life you want is absolutely 100% within your reach, but it only transitions from a dream to reality if you take that very first step. So I'm going to leave you with this question to ponder. Which lesson will you apply today? The burden of choice is now directly on your shoulders. Are you going to audit your circle of friends? Are you going to stop waiting and finally start that messy project? Or are you going to build discipline and start working out for just 10 minutes? Choose just one lesson that resonated with you and actually use it today. Go out there and make it happen. Trust me, your future self will thank you.